Welcome back to my kitchen, friends. Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse kitchen. Today I have made a list again, and my list is getting longer. I usually give myself quite a few jobs, but let's see how much we can go through today. If we can't do everything, we do it tomorrow. So on my list for today there is cooking, canning, some kitchen projects, ironing. So stuffed pepper with sauerkraut. So we've picked peppers from my new greenhouse, a couple of handful. I think that would make an excellent stuffed pepper, and because stuffed pepper is one of our favorite seasonal food this time of the year, I think it's time to make the first batch. Sauerkraut will need to be used up before we make a new one, so I'm gonna make it with sauerkraut. Also on my list is salsa verde sauce, purely because the tomatillos are now producing so much and they are now dropping. I've got like a bowl full of it, and our coriander is now gone to seed, or it's very close, all of them to going to seed. And obviously two main ingredients to make the salsa verde sauce, it's coriander and tomatillo. So let's see if we make that today or we do that tomorrow. Sour cream is on my list because I've got now so much of that strainer. You know, I strained the yogurt for sour cream. It's been there for a while now, so it's kind of turned to like a spreadable, like a cream cheese kind of texture. So I want to deal with that today. Ironing, I need to iron my clothes now piling up. Bread. Today we're gonna make 2 yeasted sourdough farmhouse bread. The oven is just cooling down because I just had lunch, because it is already lunchtime. I've done all the chores. I'm on my own today, so I've been busy. And also we're going to make broccoli and broad bean soup. So friend, if you are interested, you are welcome. First thing first, what I'm gonna do, I'm just feeding the sourdough starter with some lukewarm well water and some flour. I've used milled organic high protein wheat flour. I've got 2 going in here, so I'm just giving it a good mix, but this will probably need a few hours until it gets active. But until then, we can just get ingredients ready. I like to get things ready, so we can cover this. So I've got 600 grams of lukewarm water. I've got 500 grams of strong bread flour, really needs to be used up, it's quite old. And then we're going to use the high protein organic wheat. We're gonna mill that to flour, and we're gonna combine all together with 20 grams of instant yeast, I've already got measured out, and 20 grams of pink Himalayan salt, and that should cover our bread. Let me show you something what I've made. I joined a group in glass painting, and I've made this. So it's gonna be a decoration. We need to find a space for it in a garden. I've already signed up for another one. I just thought I'll show you guys. Right, back to bread making. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to mix both of the flours. So we got 1 kilogram of flours in here. Now I'm just hoping that my mixer will take this, because never usually make this much. This will make 2 big large loaf. So we've got 500 grams of strong high protein white flour, and we've got wheat berry, what we've just milled. So to this I'm going to add the salt and the yeast. It's an instant yeast, so it's okay to put it straight in our flour. I'll give it a good mix, and I'm gonna pour this, my KitchenAid, with 600 grams of room temperature water. Give it a good mix. Wait for an hour or so before we add the sourdough starter. I'm just gonna give a little extra help because we want everything to be nicely combined. We don't want to see any dry flour in this bowl. Oh, while the bread dough is autolyzed, and I'm ready to make a start on the soup. So I am making this up. I have decided to use 2 of the fermented cucumber, friends. It's just on its way home. So I have removed now the little crock pot, washed it. It's only 2 cucumber left. So with the brine, I've transferred this to this mason jar. This will go to the fridge in a minute. And I'm using up to, I've only peeled the skin because it was a bit tough. We've got 2 of courgette to use up, and we've got broccoli. So it's gonna be like broccoli and broad bean soup because that's what we've got the most of. So these broad beans are ready to go. These are cooked, literally just needs to be part of some meal and blitzed. So I mean, all these ingredients come together really quick because they're very tender vegetables. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just literally going to cut them in like cubes. I am going to blitz this in the end anyway. So the pan behind me now, I've just put about a couple of cups of water in there. Well, actually I've cleaned the freeze drying trays, you know, a little bit of that smoked paprika powder what was stuck on that silicone mat. I just put some water, like a cup each to each tray. I let it soak for an hour or so, and I've just literally poured it for extra flavor to that pot. And I'm just cutting, same with the fermented cucumber. And we're gonna cut the broccoli. We're gonna put some garlic and onion as well. I should have actually fried that first. I might going to fry that separate for better flavor. And that's it, friends. Let's just tidy up this a bit. Lots of juice came out of this fermented cucumber, but it's such a lovely flavor. Okay, next, the broccoli. Stuff a bit. I'm gonna give this to the goats. I'll put this to the fridge. We've got so much cheese, friend. We need to make fried cheese and chips at some point. So I'm just gonna, let's try this. So good. I like to keep trying. Make sure it's not woody, because that can ruin our soup. Oh, it's lovely. It's actually a little bit spicy. Wow, not spicy, but wow, so much flavor. Okay. So it's gonna be probably enough for freezer meal as well. There's loads in here. Okay, friends, I think we're good. I'm going to peel these onions and the garlic, and I'm just gonna fry that a little bit on some lard. And then just add everything together, season it, let it cook until it's done, blitz it, and soup is ready. Hopefully, the lovely bread we're gonna make. Okay, I'm sauteing this onion I've just cut up in some lard until it becomes nice and soft and translucent. At this point, I'm gonna add a couple of cloves of garlic. I've just chopped it slightly. And we've got this from leftover from the roast chicken dinner, so I'm adding as a flavor some rosemary, what we're gonna remove later. And I'm gonna add some more onions in there, kumquat, some dill seed and mint. And we're just going to cook this in here. Get all those lovely essential oils out. While we're waiting on the onion, I'm gonna deal with this sour cream, friends. Hope this is still good. Wow. It's like a delicious cream cheese. I might put this whey to that soup as well. So all the whey can go to the soup, use this up in that way. And then all the cream cheese, we can flavor it as a spread. Right, I think this is now done. So we can put this in this pan. Let's see if we can make like a nice spread. Like a garlic sorrel. So these two sour cream, actually I put this back, that was old one. I was thinking maybe fill these jars, but I'll leave this now as they are, as plain sour cream. And these ones we can flavor. We stopped milking our goats. No, we haven't. We're still milking our goats, just stopped drinking it. Because we had a couple of goats, poorly goats, they were coughing, had snotty nose. So they've been given injections, antibiotics by a vet. And the advice was to not to drink the milk for a week. So that will come up soon, in a couple of days anyway. And what I'm doing with that milk, watering the garden, the infected tomato plants with blossom end rot, because that's calcium deficiency. But also I've got in here, I'm not sure if you remember or you were here with me when I was canning these green beans, and I made a bit of a mistake and it's a bit too vinegary. So, but I might put this in a soup as well. It's delicious. It's just bit, you know, like pickly taste. Okay. I'm gonna wash all this. Oh wow. So I've just discovered something by mistake. And longer I leave it in this strainer, it's obviously the thicker it gets. Wow. Friend, we've just created a cream cheese. So I'm gonna add salt. I think not granule, but powder, garlic powder. Some sorrel. Let's put some sorrel in there. And just give it a good mix. Keep my eye on the soup. Oh wow! We could whip this further, but I think it looks perfect as it is. Wow, amazing. Okay, this is now simmering. Let's add the broccoli and the fermented cucumber and the courgette. Let's put everything like that. I'm gonna add half of that way for now. I'm gonna bring this to a boil or simmer until this broccoli cooks thoroughly, friend. I think I'm happy with it. I'm going to divide this in 2 bowls. I've just sprayed with olive oil the bottom of those glass bowls, and I've divided the 2 dough, and now we're gonna leave it to rest until it doubles in size before we shape it and bake it. Let's check on the soup. Smells good. Okay, I think we're gonna add, ready to add the broad beans. I'm not going to season it just yet. Turn it down to 3. We are ready to shape our bread. I'm just going to put rice flour on the bottom of our Banneton basket. Just getting ingredients ready for our next project, stuffed peppers. I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil in my hand so we can easily remove our dough. There you go. Cover this big backup shower cup. I like to put a bit of oil so it won't stick to the top. It will rise quick sticks. I'm just gonna push it like towards me. Try to take some air bubbles out, make the top smooth and the bottom sealed so it doesn't open. Can you see the air bubbles coming out? And now at bottom, just pinch it together, but it's sealed nicely now. So I'm gonna put this, just a bit of it of rice flour in our basket. Perfect. Oil. Ready. I'm gonna wait again until this double in size before we're going to bake it. Okay, what I have done, I found some smoked bacon in a freezer, and wow, I cannot wait to process the pigs and have bacon and lard and sausage and all sorts. The bacon is just the best smell. So I've cut up some bacon and the onion, and I am just sauteing in this pan, and this kitchen now smells divine. So I found a couple of more peppers, what I'm supposed to, this is a życiowa, that's supposed to be used up as a smoked paprika for making the smoked paprika powder, but I just didn't see it, so we're gonna use it up now in our dish for making the stuffed peppers. So I'm just cutting everything up kind of like a bite-sized pieces, and this will go in a minute with the onion and the bacon. And I'm going to, I've measured out, I've got about half a kilogram of minced beef. To that I'm adding 200 grams of sticky rice. I'm not going to pre-cook it because the sticky rice will cook real fast. And I'm not even gonna pre-cook the meat. I'm just going to cook the pepper, tomatoes, onion and the bacon, and when that cooked and cooled down, then we're going to mix it together with the meat, the minced beef and the rice, and then we're going to season it with oregano, salt and pepper, smoked paprika powder, and that's it, friends. And we're just going to use these peppers. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take the top off, take the inside out, and we're going to stuff what I've just mentioned, all that ingredient, these peppers. Okay. Five more minutes before we add this part. Let me just put this in a dish. I'm gonna preheat the oven now. So I think we're going to bake the bread first before I'm going to add the stuffed pepper to the oven. Okay, just tidy up a touch. I've gone to the pantry and got some stock, chicken stock. Okay, I added the tomatoes and the peppers and chopped up couple of cloves of garlic. I've added that as well. This smells so good. So we're just gonna cook this down furthermore and mix it with the meat and the rice. Right, I'm going to blitz this soup next, and let's see if that needs seasoning. Also, what I have done, I preheated both of the oven, and I put the cast iron, you know, the bread pan with the lid on for the bread, because the bread it's now ready to go to the oven. So we're gonna do that as well in a sec. And in the meantime, I'm just sorting out all these peppers, taking the middle out, making room for stuff in them. So, oh shoot! I'm talking to you. See what I've just done? I've just cut it in half. That's not what we're doing today. Thank God I've only done it on one. Otherwise, we would have to go to the garden and harvest some more. We still got loads in here, look. So no panic. Those are actually quite small, so they can actually go to just to cut it up to the dish on the bottom. And talking about on the bottom, oops, I've just remembered I need to take out the sauerkraut because I wanted to put it on the bottom of the dish as well. Both of our meals goes really good with the bread we're making, the soup and this, and the sour cream. So, and after that I need to go out and water for hours. I don't know how we're gonna stuff this. There's not much space in there. I'm sure we're gonna make quite a few more stuffed peppers. I really like doing it as a freezer meal, just the oven preheating, because it freezes really well, and it's just so nice just to take it out from the freezer, heat it up. It's a lovely, you know, hearty meal in the winter time. Okay, while we were chatting, we're actually nearly done. So we can put this back in here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He was gonna have 10. Okay. And all these should be sweet peppers, fingers crossed. I was gonna have a taste test. Okay, friends. Let's blitz that soup and then deal with the bread. I think this is done. Let's have a taste test if it needs seasoning. Need seasoning with some more salt. And I'm gonna put some pepper and my homestead seasoning as well. Oh, I forgot to take the rosemary out. We are ready to add. Can you see how easy it comes off? Add this to our dish. So what I do, I take it out of the Banneton basket, and only one thing we need to do is to score it. And very carefully, we don't put this here. This is now preheated, so it's very hot. And we do the same with another one. Still on max for half an hour, and then I turn it down and take the lid off. So we do the same with this one. Take the dish out of the oven. Put the aroma for the bread. Okay, this is now good. I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna cool this a little bit. Smells amazing. Okay, let's put this meal together now. So in this glass bowl I've got the mincemeat and the rice and the pepper. Give it a good mix. I put the sauerkraut on the bottom of this dish. That's what I'm going to bake it in. All these peppers are now done. I'm hoping I can stand it like this. Most of it. I might have to put a few like this. Oh, should be all right. Yeah, that's the plan. And now we're ready to add this here. That's still very hot, but I'm hoping that the cold meat will slightly cool it down so I can touch it, because we need to stuff the peppers, remember? I'll just wait a few minutes. Still have to wait anyway until the bread is done, because the oven is occupied anyway. So that's no problem. But I'm gonna remove this bacon bit. And we're just gonna nicely mix this together. It smells so good. Okay, it's cooled down. We can touch it, no problem. Some parts it's very hot. Okay. Let's fill this in. If we still got some leftovers, I probably pop out to the garden and get some more peppers. We still got time. We're waiting for that bread anyway. Because these are very small peppers. But I've seen quite a few large ones already. So if you put this effort in, might as well do it properly. I'll carry on doing this and I'll show you the end result. Alright, so our bread is ready. I've just took one out. I'll give another 10 minutes for the other one. all these beautiful peppers. Okay, both of the bread is done. I slightly burned the bottom of the one because I haven't got this rack. I've only got this rack in a one, and this is so important. I might need to find another one. Otherwise they're looking fantastic and smell good. Okay, so I got ready the soup now. I put some sour cream on it, make it a little bit more like a creamy soup. This is delicious, and I just remembered I've just put the stuffed peppers in, and I haven't added the spices, friends, so I'm not sure what that's gonna taste like now. Oh dear, never mind. It is now 5:30, so we're ready to have the soup for dinner as a starter, and if you're still hungry later we can try that stuffed pepper or leave that for tomorrow. Soup is nice. So I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to slice this bread, and we're gonna enjoy this, and I'll show you the stuffed pepper when it's ready. I've just put it in. Actually I need to put an almond on half an hour, and then have a look. Okay. Ooh, that's heavy. Steamed up. Let's have a look. Right, I've put some spices already, but I've decided to add, friends, some tomato juice. I popped to the pantry because I didn't really want this stuff to dry out. There you go. That's better. Pop this back for another 10 minutes, and I think it's done. Okay, this is now definitely done. It's going to be crispy on the top, but it's nice and soft inside, so that is now definitely thoroughly cooked. We've got nice gravy, tomato juice as well. So we're gonna have this with the bread we've just made. Okay, time for taste test. I think I've made the right decision to put the whole quart of tomato juice because it now makes it nice and moist. I'm just hoping this tastes good. Oh, might need a bit more salt. Okay. Right, I'm gonna put some sour cream on top as well. And this is gonna be delicious. Right, I am not too hungry because I've already had but I'm gonna try one small one. Looks good. That is really good. That is amazing. Okay. I'm gonna serve this with sour cream and this lovely bread we've just made. Wow. The other bread is here cooling. I'm just gonna wait. This one is perfectly fine, just the other one. I wait till it completely cools down, put it in a zippy bag. I wait all the food completely cool down, put it to the fridge, and we actually managed to tick quite a few boxes. So stuffed pepper with sauerkraut, sour cream, bread, broccoli and broad bean soup, Okay, so I'm already gonna wrap it up in here, and then the next vlog tomorrow it's gonna be about baking. I wanna bake something. Alan asked for something sweet. I don't know yet, probably some kind of cake. I haven't decided on it yet. And we're gonna make the salsa verde, so it's a canning day tomorrow. Well, I'll hope you all have a wonderful day and see you very soon. Bye friends.